Om. 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 Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. So we are in Kathopanishad. We have concluded the verse 15. Yada sarve prabhidyante hridayasyeha granthayah adhamartyo amrito bhavati etavad anushasanam. This was the final instruction given by the Shruti Mata, and now these three verses, because of their nature, because of what they are talking about, the masters agree that these have been added to the Shruti, and that was Shatam Chaika cha hridayasya nadhyah tasam murdhanavabhinisrutaika tayordhvam ayannamritatvameti vishwanganya utkramane bhavanti. So we were looking in this one, I think we were doing the Sambandha Bhashya and we completed that, isn't it? Correct? Hello? Anyone knows?
Ha, Swamiji.
So now we have to start the verse.
Ha, Swamiji.
So what was told there was that, where are we? That the Atma is without, or that which has got no adjectives and it is all pervasive, recognizing that as your own Atma, as your own self, and by knowing that self, what happens? The ignorance. And what is that ignorance? It is the Granthi. And what are the Granthis? The Avidya Granthi, the Kama Granthi, and the Karma Granthi. In other words, the Avidya, we told yesterday, that the Avidya Granthi represents the Rudra Granthi, the Kama Granthi represents the the Brahma Granthi, and Karma Granthi represents the Vishnu Granthi. And in this way, these three have to be cut through, pierced through. Until unless we don't pierce through that, go beyond the game of individuality and totality. So when you say waker you are, waker is Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, waking, dream and deep sleep. The same thing is happening at the totality level, and that is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. You have to go beyond the all the six of them. And that is what these granthis represent. And in this way, then it was such a person who is able to go beyond. Such a person, he at the time of death, his pranas do not go anywhere, because there is nowhere to go. He has realized he is everything. He has realized he is all that there is. Going and coming will only be there if there is the thought of objectivity. That is what we said last week. So if there is no thought of objectivity, there is no thought of absence, emptiness. He is completely abiding in his essential nature as the essential nature in such a equipment, because you cannot realize without this equipment. But we have to, using this equipment, we have to go beyond the equipment. And what is the equipment? The gross body, the subtle body, the causal body. Or in other words, Annamaya Kosh, Pranmaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Vijnanmaya Kosh, and Anandamaya Kosh. So using these, we have to go beyond these. And that is the knack that we have to develop. And that is the knack that our Lord Death, Yamaraj, he has given us. And such a person, he is not born again because he does not go anywhere. And this was about the Uttama Jnani, he who has come to know the self. What about Manda Jnani? Manda Jnani or Manda Brahma Jnani. Manda Brahma Jnani, if there is any species like that, Manda Brahma Jnani. And what is that? They know about it, they talk about it, they may or may not have experience about it. If they have the experience, they have the glimpse, but they are not abiding in it. That you will understand when we study Yoga Vashishta, because one can be absolutely convinced, one can have the direct experience of the self, but because of the non-purification of the desires, the abidance remains temporary. Just like in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, it remains temporary if you have not done enough purification before entering Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That's another topic. So here, who is this Manda Jnani? Manda Jnani, when he concludes, because there is still some objectivity, shesh means left in his mind, that he has not completely weaned away from the world, from the attachments. Temporarily he was able to bring about that in order to abide, but again, just like we do it in sleep, then he comes back, it is still there. And there are many ways we can put it. This is one way, okay? And as a result, such a person continues to be in the cycle of coming and going. And where does he go? Such a person, he does not attain to the Paramatman. He attains to the Hiranyagarbha, he attains to the totality, Brahmaji, where he continues to live as Brahmaji, along with Brahmaji, and that is the Hiranyagarbha state. Everything is in the unmanifest, in the seed form. And when Brahmaji sleeps, he sleeps. When Brahmaji wakes up, he also is given a job to do in this creation, and this drama continues. And this till here we saw last week. And apart from this, Kim Chanyad Agni Vidya Prushtha Prayukta Cha. Apart from this, when Nachiketa asked, the Agni Vidya was also given, which was the Vaishwanara Vidya, which was renamed as Nachiketa Agni Vidya. And about what it is not, was not mentioned in detail. And therefore, with that thought in mind, maybe these three verses that are this particular verse, in the 16th verse that is being told, has been either it is already there in Upanishad. We are not here to discuss and argue whether it was originally there or not there. But if it is there, we just accept it. And that could be the reason that Yamaraj is adding this extra epilogue to the already concluded Upanishad with the 15th verse. And here he says, Shatam chaika cha hridayasya nadyah tasam murdhanam abhinisrutaika tayordhvam ayannam amrutattvameti vishwanganya utkramane bhavanti. So he says that in this heart there are 101 nadis. Nadis are subtle channels through which the energy flows. If we cut open the body, we will not find the nadis. These are not the nerves. We normally say the nerves, how, where do they begin from? They begin from your pituitary, go all the way down to the coccyx, and all along the spine you can see those nerve channels going and connecting with the rest of the body. Is that correct, Amma? Dr. Amma, is that correct?
Ha, Swamiji, from the brain and spinal cord.
Yes, brain is connected to the spinal cord at the pituitary, or where at the top here, and then everything goes down. But we are talking about nadis, and these nadis are not to be seen anywhere. And out of them, it is told that there is one nadi, tasa murdhanam abhinisrutaika. Out of them, there is one important one, that, and its name is, and which goes upwards, and it pierces the fontanelle, this part of the skull, and goes beyond, and it leads to immortality. And the and if you live from any other nadi apart from that upward going nadi, which is called sushumna, that will come as we read the bhashya, a person attains to rebirth. Only passing through sushumna, there is no rebirth. And with this point, let's read the bhashya. Shatam, what is that? I don't know. शतं च शतं संख्याका एका च सुषुम्ना नाम पुरुषस्य हृदया विनिसृता नाड्य शिरास्तासां मध्ये मूर्धानं भित्वा विनिसृता निर्गता सुषुम्ना नाम. So I already told you that out of the heart of the human being, of the Purusha, and now remember this heart, whether you take it this heart, whether you take it this heart, or you take it the brain as the heart, or the antakaran as the heart, whichever way. There are another 101 101 nadis coming out, and out of that, one is called as sushumna. And see, either you can say, can you, I'm asking Amma, can you see nerves?
Yes, Swamiji, the nerves that come out from the spinal cord, we can.
They can be seen. Okay. So there are 101 nadis that have come out, energy channels which have come out. You must have gone to, I think everyone here must have sometime or the other gone to a Chinese doctor. And if you go to a Chinese doctor or an acupuncturist, you will always see one chart or one statue with all the dots on the body. Those are all the energy points. That is where the nadis are coming and concluding. There are such nadis that you press it, only one point you press somewhere in the neck and the person can die. Or you press another point, and just by touching, that person immediately just falls down in coma, incapable of getting up. So all these, it's a science by itself. So out of these, sushumna nadi is the one which pierces through the top of the head, through the fontanelle, and has gone beyond. And taya antakale hridaya atmanam vashikritya yojayet. And at the end of the life, when your life is coming to an end, antakale, when your time on this in this empirical world is coming to an end, Here it is told the seeker must uh, uh, take control of the sushumna and merge it into the heart, and heart being, so remember what did we say, the energy, that channel only moves upwards, and when it is moving, I told you last week, it is somewhere next to the spine, behind the spine, we don't know, but it is there and people can feel it. uh, uh, and as it starts rising, there are different stages. You feel ants are crawling, then you feel the frog is jumping, and then you feel the snake is writhing, and then you feel the fire is like lava is coming up, and eventually that heat burns away all the desires at the various levels. Here they are not talking about chakras, but that's what the Yoga Shastra or the Kundalini Shastra or the Kriya Yoga Shastra it says. But here it comes up, and so you take, and how do you invoke the Sushumna? You invoke the Sushumna, you bring about the Sushumna, mere it gets invoked. We'll tell you, but from Kundalini, from pranayam point of view, from Kundalini point of view, you do the Ida Pingla alternating again and again. The more your yin and yang, the left brain and the right brain, the more your Ida and Pingla are balanced. The moment they come into balance, the Sushumna opens up. The Sushumna begins rising. And that is the technique. So you go looking for it, you will not find it. Only when Sukha Dukkha Same Kritva, Ida Pingla Same Kritva, Jai Vijay Same Kritva, when you are equanimous towards both, when these energies are balanced within you, and they can be balanced only when you are focusing on the higher, on the Lord. When you take the name of the Lord, you're contemplating on the self, or through the pranayam, you balance the physically, you balance both the Ida and the Pingla. As a result, the beginnings of the Sushumna are experienced. And then how do you take it up? You take it up by thinking about the truth. But and all that will be told now. We'll see what they give, and rather than what I want to tell. So then it says taya nadyoho nadyaha urdhvam uparyan gacchannadi aditya dwarena amritatvam marana dharma tvam apekshikam. So it says when that jiva, he takes charge of that Sushumna Nadi, and it's an art, it's a hit and miss. It is lot of times you will fall down, again you will go up, again you will fall down, just like life. Just like when you if it is business, it is school, it is education, it is share market, everywhere you go up and you come down. Yeah, slowly you learn the knack of how to remain on the top. And same thing is here also. And as the jiva, as the individual learns to go higher and higher, taking the support of the Sushumna Nadi, and which way he goes? He goes by the Surya Marga, by the path of the brightness. He doesn't go by the path of the darkness. He goes by the path of brightness. And he attains to Amritatva. He attains to immortality. And which is this immortality? Remember, immortality, when we talk about, it is always relative immortality. We are not talking about Jivan Mukti. Jivan Mukti is not, Jivan Mukti is the absolute immortality. But here we are talking immortality, that you go to the Brahmalok, Satyalok. From there on, from there you are not going to come back to earth as a deluded being. He will send you to do his job because you become one with him. And once you reach the 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 realm of the truth, the Satya Loka, the plane of existence of the truth, from there everything is of the nature of light. If everything is of the nature of light, then what now will you look at the whole creation as a problem? Does Brahmaji look at the creation as a problem? No. In Brahmaji's creation, there is sun. Brahmaji is thousand times more brighter than the sun. And I think last week I told you on the journey, as you move along this journey, you see the sun. Some bright light appears on the way. And so don't follow the path of the dark, follow the path of the light. And by holding on to the Surya Marg, the path of the sun, he attains to Amritatva, the immortality. And as a result of reaching there, what happens to him? He comes to a position where he has gone beyond dharma, dharma. So here it is told, where are we? Taya nadyah urdhvam uparyan gacchannaditya dwareण amritatvam amarana dharmatvam apekshikam. So amarana dharmatvam, he becomes immortal, and what happens at that time? Abhuta sampluvam sthanam amrutatvam hi bhashyate. It is told that when all the five elements, bhuta is the five elements, space, air, fire, water, earth, when the five elements become unmanifest, and till that moment, whatever is there, that is called as the immortal. That is the immortality. So abhuta sampluvam sthanam amrutam hi bhashyate. So it is said. Iti smritehe. So says the Vishnu Puran. Brahmana va sah kalantarena mukhyam amrutatvam bhuktva bhogan anupamatman brahmaloka gatan. So I have already told this. Apart from this, it could also, this statement before could also mean, remember, taking the Sushumna and going beyond. So what, this was one meaning. What could be the other meaning? Brahmana vasah kalantarena, that till the end of the total creation. And what is the till the end of total creation? Till the end of the day of Brahmaji. Then what happens at the end of day of Brahmaji? Brahmaji goes back into the navel of Lord Vishnu, becomes one with Lord Vishnu. So if you have gone to the Loka, plane of existence of Brahmaji, along with him, you also go and become one with the Ishvara. That also could be one of the meaning. And why did you go to Brahmalok? Because you could not, you wanted to reach somewhere objectively, and you wanted to reach the highest heaven. And what is the quality of the highest heaven? All your desires are fulfilled there. And that is what happens in Brahmalok. And then when Brahmaji merges back into his origin, you also merge back with him into the origin. And this could be another meaning. Then after that, Vishwang Nana Vidhagatya गत्यः अन्यानाड्य उत्क्रमणे निमित्तं भवन्ति संसार प्रतिपत्त्यर्था एव भवन्ति इति अर्थः. So, apart from this, all those jivas who have those who have left the body through various other nadis, depending upon what is the conviction they have, what are the samskaras that they have created, what they are attached to, what they are intensely thinking about at the time of death. Are they thinking about food? Are they thinking about God? Are they thinking about Indra's heaven? Or are they thinking about the Brahma's heaven? Are they thinking about Saket? Are they thinking about Kailash? Are they thinking about Vaikunta? Are they thinking about out of fear of the lower lokas? I don't want to go to the hell, and you breathe your last. You will end up in hell. You see? So, wherever and what will be the last thought that you will get? This is not the topic here, but the last thought will be dependent upon what is your aggregate, how you have lived your life, what sadhana you have done, what practices you have done, what type are you in deep inside. Are you an emotional person, and or you are a phobic person, or are you a fearful person, or are you a courageous person, or you are a desirous person? And depending on all this, so many things are there. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsya is also there. But depends, where is your energies directed? Are they going upwards, or are they going through any other nadi? And if going through any other nadi, that will determine that will determine your rebirth. It may be relative. Some places you will go, you will not come for 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. See? So depending upon where you are, what you are thinking, contemplating at that time, and such people who go by any other nadi other than Sushumna, there one thing is clear. Here he said, उत्क्रमणे निमित्तं भवन्ति संसार प्रतिपत्त्यर्थाः एव भवन्ति इति अर्थाः. They are continuously in the game of establishing that the world exists. And what is the world? Name and form. What is the world? Husband, wife, daughter, sister, etc. family. What is the world? Beginning from body, breath, mind, intellect. That I am this. This is the world. From this begins the rest of the relationships. So as long as these thoughts are there, you will not be able to go through the Sushumna. To go through Sushumna, you would have to break through the three granthis. Breaking through the three granthis means going beyond the gross body, going beyond the subtle body, going beyond the causal body. The three granthis. Only then Sushumna will open up. Otherwise it will not. For that you need to live an alert, vigilant, balanced life. Continuously thinking about that truth. Continuously thinking about that reality. Urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Live in such a way in this world that you don't get cowed down, pulled down, shackled down by the world. In and through every activity, every thought, every breath, every action, waking, dream, deep sleep, our attention must be on the infinite conscious self that we essentially are. That's the price we have to pay. Only then either immortality or Jivan Mukti is possible. Otherwise, ख्याल अच्छा है. It's a nice thought. So that was what was about the 16th verse. Idanim sarva valyartho upasamhar valyartha upasamharartham aha. Now all the 6 vallis, 2 chapters, and each chapter there were three parts, so total 6 parts. These parts were called as valli. So Prathamodhyaya, Dvitiyodhyaya. In Prathamodhyaya there was valli, first valli, second valli, third valli, and in the Dvitiyodhyaya there was Chaturthi valli, Panchami valli, and Shashti valli. So this way 6 vallis are there. And what is the conclusion of all the 6 chapters that we have done, parts that we have covered? So that is being told here now. Repeat. Angushtamatra purushontaraatma. Angushtamatra purushontaraatma. Sada jananam hrudaye sannivishtaha. Sada jananam hrudaye sannivishtaha. Together. Angushtamatra purushontaraatma sada jananam hrudaye sannivishtaha tvansat sharirat pravruhen. Oh, this tune is different now. Tamsat sharirat pravruren munjadiveshikam dhairyena. Repeat. Tamsat sharirat pravruhet munjadiveshikam dhairyena tam vidya shukram amrutam tam vidya shukram amrutam tam vidya shukram amrutam iti tam vidya shukram amrutam iti. This point here it is told Angushtamatra Purusha. Remember, it was told in one of the in the 2nd chapter, I think it was told Angushtamatra Purusha. The instruction was while telling Nachiket, the Lord Yamraj, he mentioned this point, Angushtamatra. And this Angushtamatra, where is he? He is in your heart. Where is he? Inside the Panchakoshas. Go search for it. and he is the inner self or inner soul, whatever you may. He is the consciousness, and he is ever located, situated, abiding in the heart of the jiva. He has never left. And then the second, sada jananam hridaye sannivishta. Sada, always. Now, how do you extract him out? How do you extract the butter out of milk? It has to go through a particular process, isn't it? To get the butter. You have to make it into a yogurt, and you have to churn it, and the butter will come. Similarly, how do we extract? Here the example is taken. Tam swat sharirat pravruren. You extract it out of your body. What? Yourself. Or what? The self. What? The consciousness. What? The atma. Come to some type of, because these are the 3 extra verses, so I can say that. What is that? Whichever way you can. But here they will give you a particular, one example. You continuously work towards separating yourself from the body, breath, mind, intellect. You continuously work towards separating yourself from the panchakoshas or the 3 bodies, gross, subtle, and causal. How? Just now we did Havan at K.P. Joshi's house, the Mrityunjay Homam, or you must have visited many other places. if you go to the traditional Havan, there you will see they have the kusha grass or the munja grass. It's a big long thing. Sometimes they dip it in the water and give ashirwad to everyone. But they take something out of from the core of the grass. They will take out the stick, and with that they make the ring and all those things. So the and it is a very fine delicate grass, and in that grass you have to, from inside the leaf, you have to take out the leaf always has a spine. Have you seen any leaf? Always has a spine, and you can see all the nadis going into the leaf. Huh? So this grass is long, it is also having that, and you have to very delicately, diligently, with focus, with concentration, without getting distracted, with very deft fingers, soft fingers, very gently you have to pull out that spine of that leaf. The pujaris of today, they are lost only in taking that out. And if they can't, they करके कुछ बांध देते हैं. सब जगह अलग अलग देखा है मैंने. I have seen it different places other. But when you are taking that munja grass out, is the pujari's thought on the self at that time? Never. He is busy. Oh, it should not touch that, it should not touch this, it should not touch that, it should not break, it should not this. He is in tension that it should come out in one piece. That mental preparation to take out that spine of that munja grass, that mental preparation one must have, that type of focus one must have, that type of gentleness one must have, that type of commitment one must have to separate themselves from the body. That is what is told in the second verse. Tvam swat sharirat prahuren munjadi veshikam dhairyena. With dhairya, with perseverance you take it out. There should be no hurry-burry. Tam vidya chukram amrutam iti. Then, and that when that that spine of that grass is taken out, that is the most pure grass that is used for puja. So here also it is saying that is the most purest. Tam vidyat, come to know, that is the most pure. That is the and that is of the nature of amrit. That is of the nature of immortality. Tam vidya shukram amrutam iti, and come to recognize that which is separate from the panchakoshas, which is separate from the body. And what is separate from the body? You cut the body, you can't find the sushumna. First you have to invoke the sushumna. Then through that sushumna, that was in the previous verse we are talking about. So either you take it that way, or you take it from the angushta matra, by continuously focusing your attention on that principle which is supporting the body, which is the constant, which is never changing, and the body is changing, the gross body is changing, the subtle body is changing, the causal body is changing, but that fellow is never changing. Who? The one who is supporting all these three. What is that? I alone am. Why? How come I am that? Because I know the waking, dream and deep sleep, the gross, subtle and causal bodies, making, dream and deep sleep, they come and go. Who knows? I know. Oh, so you are that. Tattvamasi. So we are not talking about someone or somewhere else outside. No, we are talking about the one who's in the heart, always, sada. He has never come and gone. The waker has come and gone, the dreamer has come and gone, the sleeper has come and gone. We are talking about the one who has not come and gone, who knows these three have come and gone every day of his life. Who is that fellow? First be convinced that he is there. Astiti iti. Then come to know that which I have come to know is me alone. The Bhashya says, Angushta matra purushaha antaratma sada jananam sambandhini hridaye sannivishtaha yatha vyakhyataha tam swadatmiyat sharirat pravruhet उद्यच्छेन निष्कर्षेत पृथक कुर्याद इति अर्थः. Angushta matra purushaha, about him we have already spoken in Katha Upanishad, second chapter, second chapter, first valley, verse number 12 and 13. And this Angushta matra purusha, it is like Angushta matra means he is like the thumb which is in the middle of your fist. So like that, he is in the middle of your panchakoshas. And it is said that he is the antaratma. Don't think that he also comes and goes. No, he is the antaratma. This subtle knack we have to develop. How will we develop? If we study the Upanishads, if we are subjective in our approach, if we are in tune with the logic of the scriptures. And lastly, your own direct experience. Whatever scriptures are speaking is not something out of their head. They are only talking what your experience is. If you don't accept, then it's your problem. And here it says, Hriday Yatha Vyakhyataha, about which we have already spoken, Tam Swadatmiyat Sharirat Pravruhet, and Udyachet Nishkarshet Pruthak Kuryad iti artha. Pruthak Kuryad. Attempt to separate it from the Panchakoshas. Attempt to separate it from all the conditionings and limitations. How do you separate it? By recognizing that it is the substratum, by recognizing that it is the untouched one, by recognizing that it is the unchanging one, that it is the constant one, that it is the kutastha. Like the waker, dreamer, sleeper has come and gone, this fellow, this kutastha, this unchanging principle has not come and gone. So what are you doing? Discrimination. In that the separation comes about. Don't go into, I had an out-of-body experience. So see it as separate from the body, because the dharma of the sharir is different from the dharma of this Angushta Matra Purusha. He is constant, body is changing. He is of the nature of light, the body is of the nature of inertness. He is conscious, body is inert. Body is changing, he is never changing. So now discriminate. No, I am not changing. Yesterday I was at someone's house for Bhiksha. He only started. So I told him this, not this part, but I said, you are not the changing one. No, I am the changing one. I said, tell me what, When you are standing in front of your wife, who expresses out of you? Oh, who are you? I am the husband. If the daughter comes in front of you, who are you? I am the father. I said, can you be both at the same time? He says, but I am all the roles that I am playing. Just wanted to argue for nothing. I am all the roles I am playing. But if you are playing all the roles, then you will not ask the question. Then why disturb me, disturb my mind? I'm sitting quietly enjoying the dinner. Let me have my dinner properly. सोचो जरा. I'm just that I'm this is not what he said. I am thinking this way, okay? His inquiry must be genuine, I'm sure. But see, he could not understand that he is the constant man and the roles that he's playing are coming and going. Because once you accept that, then you will say, waker, dreamer, and sleeper are also coming and going, and I'm the constant one because I know it. People don't want to think. And as I was slowly taking him in, he got frustrated. No. My Guruji told me I want that, not Guruji. He said, I know only one thing. Everything is God. I said, good. Everything is God. But what do you do about it? He says, I do japa. I said, then keep doing japa. Whatever I am telling, this will reveal to you one day. Right now you're having, it's too much for your mind brain to handle. See, think of your days when you started listening. Everything was not clear at that time. I hope it is clear now. We can only hope, because each one to his own journey. So it's all what our approach is. How keen, how intensely, how alertly we are contemplating on that which the Upanishad is talking about. So here he says, Prithak kuryad iti artaha. Understand it in this way, that this Angushtamatra Purusha, this constant conscious principle, has to be separated from the body. When we use the word body, don't understand only this body. Body means Annamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, Manomaya Kosh, Vijnanamaya Kosh, and Anandamaya Kosh. The Pancha Koshas is the body. Don't misunderstand to be only the physical body. Just like we could not do anything to invoke. We don't know where Sushumna is. We don't know where it is hiding. All we have to do is balance the Ida Pingla, the Sushumna comes out, reveals itself. Same way, when our attention is on that Angushtamatra Purusha to the exclusion of everything else in this creation, not the outside world, not the Panchakoshas, we are so absorbed in its contemplation, it will reveal. Kimi veti uchyate munjadiva ishika mantahastham dhairyena apramadena. And this is how do we separate the Angushtamatra from the body? Here it is told, Munjadiva ishi kamantah stham dhairyena apramadena. He says, with perseverance, meaning apramadena, without inadvertence. Inadvertence happens when we live a mechanical life. Inadvertence happens when we live a life of default. Pramad, how does pramad express itself as repetition, default settings. It is an expression of what? It is the expression of tamas. Tamas expresses as nidra, alasya, pramad. Pramad is repeating the same mistake again and again. It becomes mechanical because, and when does anything become mechanical? When you are speaking, when you are hearing, when you are sitting, when you are whatever you are doing, cooking, patience, whatever. When you think you know it all, and your alertness becomes less, then pramad sets in. Overconfidence is also pramad, and then mistakes happen. So when you are, so here when he is talking about uh, apramadena, that without any laziness, without any procrastination. It is not being told to Nachiket, it is being told to the Nachiket within you. That immediately, don't waste time. Apramadena. Remain alert right now towards that conscious principle in whose presence the Panchakosha is enlivened with life. Say, apramadena. So, and how do you separate it from the body? Here the example was taken. So first was dhairyena, that is with perseverance, and that perseverance requires no hurry-burry, it requires no excitement, it requires, and usually when there is no hurry-burry and no excitement, then sleep comes. So no sleep also. You have to be completely alert towards the job at hand. And how do you bring it about? Tam sharirat nishkrishtam chin matram vidyad vijaniyat shukram amrutam yathoktam brahmeti. Just and how with perseverance and without any inadvertence, the way a person separates the munja, that spine of the munja grass, for with, and that spine of the munja grass is the purest because it's untouched by the outside. Because of it, the leaf was. Out of it, all the veins of the leaves you can see coming out from the center line. But you're taking from inside the shell, you're pulling out the core of it. And when it comes out, all these veins of the leaf, they're very delicately connected to the spine of the leaf. They all, you can hear cut, 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 and it comes off, comes out. And like that, you separate with perseverance and with what do you call, without inadvertence, this conscious principle separate from the body. So I have already explained this sharirat nishkrishtam chin matram. So what is that angushta matra? It is the chin matra. What is the sharira? It is the jada. So from the jada you are separating the consciousness. So you are check what is the definition of sharira. That which is changing, that which is temporary, that which is made out of the five elements, that which is coming and going. And what is the chin matra? What is that consciousness? That which is exactly opposite nature. So catch what is that which is what comes under the category of Sharira, and what is that which is having opposite qualities of that Sharira within this body. So inquire. And thus come to that Angushta Matra Purusha, and to this Angushta Matra Purusha, this principle which is other than the Panchakoshas, is other than the body itself, is called as is the consciousness. This consciousness itself is ever pure, and it is of the nature of immortality, and recognize it itself is of the nature of Brahman. Dvirvachanam Upanishad Pari Samaptyartham iti Shabdascha. So here the word Tam Vidyat Shukram Amrutam. Tam Vidyat, come to know. Vidyat, Tam Vidyat, you come to know that as the Shukram, that as the ever pure. Or what is ever pure? That which is of the nature of light is we are ever pure. And this light is not which is created, it is self-effulgent light. And that knowing it, and that itself is of the nature of immortality. And therefore they have added this word iti to show that this is the conclusion of the Upanishad. Vidyaha Vidyastuti Arthaha Ayam Akhyayai. Now the to sing the praise of this knowledge, the last verse is being spoken or written or being presented. And what is Kartho Apasanharo Adhunaha Uchyate. And for this purpose, this verse is being presented. Mrityu proktam nachiketo thalabdhva. Mrityu proktam nachiketo thalabdhva. Vidyametam yoga vidhim chakrutsnam. Vidyametam yoga vidhim chakrutsnam. Brahma prapto virajo bhud vimrutyuh. Brahma prapto virajo bhud vimrutyuh. Anyopyevam yo vidadhyatmameva. Anyopyevam yo vidadhyatmameva. Together. Mrityu proktam nachiketo thalabdhva. Vidyametam yoga vidhim chakrutsnam. Brahma prapto virajo bhud vimrutyuh. Anyopyevam yo vidadhyatmameva. So, this knowledge which was spoken of by the Lord Death himself, by the Death himself, and it is, and all the various yoga, all the various ways of union with that infinite was told, and having gained which Nachiket attain to immortality, or attain to Brahma Bhav, attain to, here it says what? कहाँ गया है वो? मृत्यु प्रोक्ताम नचिकेतोथ लब्ध्वा. Mrityu proktam. Proktam means having spoken by the Mrityu, by Death himself, and having Nachiketa, having gained that from him, what was spoken by Lord, Vidya Metam Yoga Vidim. And what did he speak? He gave all the knowledge of the yoga with him. Yoga means the union of the individual with the infinite, and with him means all the practices, all the abilities, techniques, methodologies. So many pointers were given systematically. Chakritam Brahma Papto Virajo Bhut Vimrityuhu. And our Nachiket, he attained to Brahma Bhav. Brahma Bhav attained to the infinite reality. And as a result, what happened? Viraja, when we do sanya, when we are given sannyas diksha, that time we do something called Viraja Home. So that Viraja Home is done to go beyond duty and no duty, dharma and adharma, to go beyond the path of light and the path of darkness, to go beyond the all the opposites, if I put it that way, to go beyond all the opposites. Now there is nothing left for you to do in this life. Then what are you doing now? Time pass. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Viraja. Dharma, adharma, shunya. So, I must follow dharma? Yes, we must follow dharma. We must not follow adharma? Yes, we must not follow adharma. Then by following dharma, what we want to achieve? We want to come to a point where we go beyond dharma. And that is this Angushta Matra. That is this Chin Matra. And as a result, even if an iota of dharma is left in your system, in your mind as samskar, there will be birth and death again for you. You are in the cycle of birth and death. Then you go beyond. As a result, Nachiketa goes beyond death. And the other part which is told, Anyaha api evam yo vidadhyatma eva. Anyone else who also comes to know the self in this manner also attains to immortality. It is possible for everyone. You have to just invoke the Nachiketa within you. How much time we have? Half an hour. हो जाएगा. मृत्यु प्रोक्ताम यथोक्ताम एताम ब्रह्म विद्याम योग विधिम च कृत्स्नम समस्तम सह उपकारणम सफलमिति एतत. That which was told by Mrityu, the death himself, and what did he tell? He gave the Brahma Vidya and he gave the complete Yoga Vidhi, all the techniques to Nachiketa. What was the technique? He gave the Vaishwanara Agni Vidya. So many Om Vidya he gave, isn't it? So I'm just telling two. So many pointers and triggers he gave to refine Nachiket, and he gave it not only the practices, he also told by doing those practices what results you will get, what phala you will get. All that was given, and not only that, he gave that and he gave the Ashirvad also that may you achieve it, isn't it? And as a result of that, blessings from the Lord of Death himself, who gave the knowledge, who gave the techniques, who gave the phala of that of those techniques, having gained by the Lord Death himself, Nachiketa. Uh, then what happened? Here it says, नचिकेता वर प्रदानात् मृत्योर लब्ध्वा प्राप्येति अर्थः किम. After he got everything, then what happened? So here it says, Brahma praptah abhut muktah abhavaditi artah. So here it says that he attained to Brahma bhav, and in other words, Brahmavit Brahmaiva bhavati. The one who comes to know Brahman becomes Brahman. He is not separate from Brahman. And in this way, he became eternally free. And how did this happen? Katham, Shankaracharya himself is asking the question and himself is answering for our benefit. Katham, how did that come about? Vidya praptya virajaha vigata dharma dharmaha vimrityuhu vigata kama vidyascha sanpurvam iti artaha. And when he asked how, so it is said, by gaining the knowledge. And first he gained the knowledge of viraja, and with that knowledge he went beyond dharma and adharma, and then by becoming immortal he went beyond desires and ignorance. So when you do karma, there is dharma adharma, isn't it? Should I or should I not? Is this what I am saying is correct, or should I have said something else? What I am thinking is right, or should I have thought something else? What I am doing is right, or should I have done something else? And you know how this comes out? I hope I didn't hurt you. Or while we are walking, oh, I'm sorry, because we pushed someone by mistake. That person was unaware, but we have to say sorry. Why? I had done some mistake. Why? Because there is a sense of otherness. And as long as there is the sense of otherness and there are differences maintained, till then dharma adharma must be practiced. It is only on the seat of meditation. You can't practice that going beyond dharma dharma outside. Very few, rare can do it. And who are they? Those who are jivan muktas. But as a jiv, if you practice dharma dharma, going beyond a dharma dharma in life, very big problem. So where do you practice? In your contemplation. Go beyond all doing and not doing, thinking and not thinking, manifestation and unmanifestation. This is what dharma dharma is. Going beyond dharma dharma. And then when we come to so this is at the gross body level. Next, vimrityu, going beyond mrityu, means going beyond desires and going beyond ignorance. What is it, going beyond ignorance? Once you have come to know you have the Brahma bhav, Brahmaiva Brahmavid bhavati, or Brahmavid Brahmaiva bhavati. When you have that bhav, where is the question of ignorance? Ignorance gets neutralized there and then. The moment you recognize you are the man, the husband, the father, the son, the uncle, all the roles get neutralized straight away. The moment our attention goes to the mud, all pots become meaningless. Our attention is on the constant, not on the changing. So on. So understand it in this vrimrityur vigata kama vidyascha san purvam iti artha. Understand in this manner. न केवलं नचिकेता एव अन्यः अपि नचिकेतो वदात्मविद् अध्यात्मे अध्यात्मम् एव निरुपचरितं प्रत्यक्स्वरूपं प्राप्य तत्त्वमेवेति अभिप्रायः. Not only Nachiketa, न केवलं Nachiketa, not only Nachiketa, eva अन्यः अपि, anyone else. Who is anyone else? You, me. Anyone else? Nachiketo vadatmavid adhyatmameva nirupacharitam. So, anyone else who has come to know the truth in the manner which Nachiketa has come to know the truth. See? In other words, who has come to know Adhyatmam eva. He has come to know his essential nature, essential self, Atma, and meaning who has gone beyond the body and come to the substratum, who has come to the unchanging principle behind the body or as the foundation of the body. Body cannot function, body cannot grow, body cannot change, body cannot go through birth, growth, disease, decay, and death, this change without a substratum. Just like a river cannot flow without a constant riverbed. Similarly, these five sheets, they cannot flow, they cannot change without a constant substratum, and that substratum is the Adhishthan, that is the Atma Tattva, and that constant, that which is the substratum of the five koshas is upchar shunya. Here is using the word nirupacharitam pratyak swarupam. One has to recognize it as his own essential nature, and this essential nature cannot be gained by any practice. So why you are doing practice? Only to undo all the practices. And what is the practice? That we have involuntarily been doing? Avidya, kama, karma. These are the three granthis in which every jiva is caught. So to undo them, we were doing something. But truth is not a result of doing. Truth is the result of, truth is not a result of anything. Truth is the substratum, truth is the constant. And when we go beyond all doing and non-doing, we come to recognize, or the truth reveals itself. And that I am, Pratyak Swarupam. That is the immediate self, Pratyak Rupam. After that, what? No, immediate. The moment you have given up doing and non-doing, there you are. Pratyak Rupam, where are we? Pratyak Rupam Pratya Tattvam eveti Abhiprayaha, and come to recognize that this is that essence, this is that that it is not a shunya, that it is not unknowable, because now you have come to know it directly without the interference of a thought. You have come to know in spite of the thought. So we may use the word pratyak rupam, we may use the word substratum, the discussion that is going on. The words are there, your ears are listening, but are you accepting yourself as the substratum? Are we so intensely focused on that constant principle in the presence of whom these this understanding is happening, these words are being listened, the eyes is watching, understanding is happening. Understanding is happening at intellect, thoughts are coming at the mind level, sound and vision is coming at the sensory level. And who are you behind all this? Without you, all these cannot function. Are you being that? तत्वम एव एति अभिप्रायः नान्यद न अन्यद रूपम अप्रत्यग रूपम. So yeah, he is making it very so that we do not get deviated in our abidance. So here he is saying, तो अभी बताता हूँ. So the one who comes to know in this manner, then what is that? तदेव तदेवम अध्यात्मम एव मुक्त प्रकारेण वेद विजानीति इति एवं वित्सः अपि विरजः च तेजस्विनः अवयोः यदधीतं तत् स्वधीतं अस्तु. So what does he say? He says, the one who comes to know in the proper manner, what he comes to know with the proper manner? Adhyatma, his essential nature. And how does he come to know the essential nature? That it is free, that it is that which is ever free. Mukta prakarena Veda. The Vedas have explained it. That way he will come to know that it is ever free. And Vijaniti evam vitsopi virajah. And this truth, this essence that he has come to know, that it is other than the dharma and adharma. And who are these who follow this dharma and adharma? Those who are tejasvi, those who are very intellectual, those who are committed to performing something or the other. For them, dharma and adharma is very important, but he has come to recognize it is beyond dharma and adharma. And as what does it say here? Tejasvinah avayoho yadadhitam tat swadhitam astu. So whatever we have studied through the Vedas, we have come to those who have come to realize it. And then he says, and you remember it all the time. Don't forget it after you have come to know. See. So how did you come to know? We came to know according to the Vedas, Upanishads. How they have presenting it, that we have come to know. How did we come to know? Through the verses. And we don't forget what we have come to know now. Athva tejasvi navavabhyam yadadhitam tadativa tejasvi viryavad astu iti artaha. And apart from that, that whatever we have studied, whatever we have listened to, whatever we have chanted along with the teacher, whatever we have heard from the teacher or the Vedas, all that, may it glow within us. Here the Falashruti is, may it glow within us, and whatever we have studied and contemplated upon, may it glow, and also let it permeate, may its vitality permeate throughout us. Throughout, this is for the student now. May it permeate, its vitality permeate throughout us. Then after that, oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. I got the wrong page. Sorry. I'm connecting something to something. कुछ तो गड़बड़ लग रहा था, पर वो भी ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. So here it was told what? We are going back to page 172. And tadevam adhyatmam evam ukta prakarena veda vijanititi evam vitsopi virajaha san brahma praptya vimrityur bhavatiti vakya sheshaha. So here it was told that he has come to know it as the Atma and as the self, as the essence, as the innermost core, Angushta Matra, and and he has come to know that it is also Viraja. Viraja means he has also come to know it by going beyond the dharma, and as a result come to attain, gain, realize the Brahma, and having realized the Brahma, vimrityu bhavati iti, and he goes beyond death. With this we conclude the Upanishad with these 3 extra verses. The Upanishad began with Om Sahana Vavatu, and the Upanishad concludes with Om Sahana Vavatu. Here you can, this is the Shanti part, this was the invocation. Whenever a Upanishad is beginning, we, in fact, in our ashram when we were studying, every class used to begin with Om Sahana Vavatu, and we will chant together, and why it is to be chanted we will explain. Om Sahana Vavatu, Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma vidvishavahai, Ma vidvishavahai. Together, Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It is told Om Sahana Vavatu. May we come together. Who is this? The teacher and the student. And Sahanau Bhunaktu, and we may we be protected by you together. We need protection. Why? We'll tell you afterwards. Sahaviryam Karavavahai. May we put, both of us, the teacher and the student, both put sufficient efforts towards the goal that is put in front of us. Tejasvinavadhitamastu, and together we aspire to attain the highest, and Ma vidvishavahai, and may there be no arguments, dislike, hatred, resentment towards each other between the teacher and the student. And Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, peace, Om peace peace peace. Let's see what he says. The Bhashya, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, Adi Shankaracharya says, Sahana Vavam avatu palayatu vidya swarupa prakashanena. Whatever the Vidya, whatever the Upanishad is teaching us, may we putting light upon, may we both, the teacher as well as the student, both of them throw light upon that, meaning be attentive on that. Throwing light is your attention on that atmic principle, is you throwing light upon it, no? Because your attention is going there. So, and may Lord protect us that we do not get distracted, we do not get hijacked, that may we remain focused on that, and may we be protected. Who will protect us? Kaha. Kaha means who will protect us? Sa eva parameshwara upanishad prakashitaha. In this it is said, so that Parameshwar who has given this Upanishad, he alone may he protect us. Then kim cha saha nau bhunaktu tat phala prakashanena nau palayatu. Also that Parameshwar, may he take care of both of us by giving the fruit of studying the Upanishad. What is the fruit of studying the Upanishad? To realize. So we are asking the Parameshwar, the truth, the absolute, whichever way you put it, he only, his speech is alone the Upanishad. We are invoking him to take care of us, the student and the teacher. We are telling him that you are only coming as the knowledge to us. We are telling that please help us not to be distracted by the world which he created, and that we are focused and understanding and single pointedly pursuant towards this Vidya, Upanishad Vidya, which is also his creation. And may he protect us, also we are telling him only, and that please give us also the fruit of studying that Vidya. एक लाइन में सब कुछ. This is the Sanskrit language. सहैवावाम विद्याकृतं वीर्यं सामर्थ्यं करवावहै निष्पादयावहै. He says that may we both, student and the teacher. It's not that only the teacher keeps speaking and the student sits with a cup of tea, chai, he's speaking nicely. Not like that. And neither the teacher, he is, no, I know everything, what can you tell me? And some student is genuinely asking some question, he should cater to that also. But that will be directly proportional to the availability of the student also. So neither the teacher must get into pramad, nor the student must get into nidra alasya pramad. See, both. Let both of us be protected, and let both of us put, what is that written? Vidyakritam viryam samarthya karvavahi. May we put up our utmost vitality, energy, focus into what this knowledge is, where this knowledge is revealing to us. Let both of us, the teacher must put his best effort to put it across, the student must put the best effort to imbibe it. At all levels, at all the kosha level, all the pancha kosha level, at the body level, at the speech level, at the breath level, at the thought level, at the conviction level, and at the adhyatma level. Karvavahi nishpadayavahi, and let us both attain to that nishpad, that is that which is beyond. Let us both be established in it. And in that, and then came where I was digressing. I went into by mistake. Cha tejasvinau tejasvinoho avayoho yadadhitam tat swadhitamastu. And whatever we are studying, whatever we have been has been understood, may we remember it. As long as we are seeking, if we don't remember it, you have to relearn it again and again, isn't it? So let it go deep into our psyche, because until unless it doesn't go deep into our psyche, on the seat of meditation, it will not naturally come up as a contemplation. अथवा तेजस्वी नावाभ्याम यदधीतं तदतीव तेजस्वी वीर्यवदस्तु इति अर्थः. Also, may we be effulgent. In other words, who? The student and the teacher. Both are chanting, no? So the the teacher is wishing that for the student and himself, because this mind is very monkey mind. It can anytime it can hijack. Anytime it can forget. Anytime it will get attracted to the world if the alertness is not maintained. And therefore this prayer, not only for the teacher is saying it for himself, but also for the student. And the student, a keen student like Nachiketa, then what will he do? He is not only asking the prayer, saying the prayer for himself, but he wants that the teacher should also be interested in teaching him. That teacher should also remember when Nachiketa said, "Tell me that which you are experiencing right now, not from your memory." Remember that verse? So then this verse comes. Now we understand that he is wishing that the teacher is speaking from his direct experience and not from book knowledge. One is Upanishad is book knowledge, no doubt. But every now and then you must have seen there are points where the words stop. So here he says that may what we have studied not only we remember, but may it be effulgent in our life. May its vitality go pervade our being. May it pervade our intellect, mind, senses, and the world. Because then your vision will transform completely, isn't it? Well, you will not be there. Only then transformation happens. मा विद्विषावहै शिष्याचार्यवान् यः अन्यं प्रमादकृतान्यायाध्ययनाध्यापन दोष निमित्तं द्वेषं मा करवावहै इति अर्थः. And in this way, may we, the students and the teacher, never have arguments and dislike towards each other. May we be favorable, that neither the teacher is practicing favoritism towards any student, nor the students are attached to the teacher. They should be attached to the self, attached to the knowledge. The teacher can only tell the truth if he is thinking of contemplating on the knowledge as he's speaking. If he is thinking only about the person, oh, this person is always there on the video, and I will only look at that person and talk, then what about other people who are listening? It cannot be Attention may go here and there, but your attention is on your attention. Eyes may be looking somewhere, but your attention is on coming from the truth. It's attentive on the truth. We're not talking about the physical eyes. So ma vidvishavahi. Let there be no favoritism. Let there be no dislike towards any student. Let there be no hatred towards any or resentment towards any student. Some are slow learners, some are adhama adhikari, some are madhyama adhikari, some are uttama adhikari. That is true. That is how they are. But let that not become an impediment become a shortcoming of the teacher. It can happen, isn't it? Life is such, what can you do? So that the teacher doesn't fall into that, and the teacher is saying that may I not fall into that. Mahavid Vishavai. Only Lord can protect us from all this. Mahavid Vishavai. And that may the old default habits may not express through the teacher or through the students, because everyone has a past, and sometimes we do the drama, I don't like you, or we answer back, or the teacher, because the student is not understanding, once, twice, thrice khata kek de diya. So the student should not misunderstand if that has happened. All those nuances that go on in teaching and being taught, and that relationship, because it's a very delicate relationship when we come to Upanishads. Here it is not hitting and corporal punishment. Here, all this, nothing, like, dislike, corporal punishment, praising, all this doesn't work here. In fact, here we see the Lord Death sometimes praising Nachiketa, but the very next moment he is luring Nachiketa into the wonderful world of Apsaras and gold and everything. You have to be very alert. So may the teacher not fall fall a victim to the pramad, to the inadvertence, and nor the student fall a victim to the pramad, because continuously you are Brahman, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. The student, how does pramad this express? Nidra alasya pramad. फर्स्ट हाँ हाँ वही वही तो बोल रहे हैं यार टीचर, कुछ नया तो बोल नहीं रहे. Slowly laziness will come, then sleep will come, then scolding will come, then misunderstanding from the student's point will come. So these things at the worldly level, they happen. We are praying Ma Vidvishavahi. We are invoking that so that we do not fall prey to such things. Therefore, now concluding, Shanti 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 iti trirvachanam sarva doshopashamanartham iti om iti. It is told, three Shantis are told. First Shanti is the three Shanti शांत करने के लिए, to quieten the three Shantis. The Adi Bhautik Shanti, that is all the obstacles and challenges that come, which are within our control, but we have not cultivated ourselves to overcome them. So balancing the breath is in our control, but we have never practiced. How will Sushumna open? So whose fault is it? God's? You are not practicing and blaming God for it. No. So Adi Bhautik Shanti. So whatever is in there, that goes into other category, but Adi Bhautik is at the worldly level. Whatever is If I don't look at a banana peel and slip, whom am I to blame? Your eyes. You can't blame anyone else. Whatever is in my control, I must not fall prey to it. Whatever is in my control, I must be able to uh, be alert and negotiate through what the world is throwing at me. That is Adi Bhautik. Only stupid people complain. So, first thing is, do not complain in life. Take full responsibility. Second is Adi Daivik Shanti. Adi Daivik Shanti is all those obstacles, challenges, problems coming to you from unknown sources. Lightning, earthquakes, floods, these are Adi Daivik. Earth tilting, ice age coming in Delhi, 52 degrees temperature, Adi Daivik. Then Adhyatmik. Adhyatmik is all the obstacles, challenges, problems coming from within. At body level, at breath level, or at mind level, all this is coming from within. Adhyatmik. Because we are not living a disciplined life, because we are not living a balanced life, therefore these problems are coming. Because we are not practicing an equanimous life, approach towards everything, therefore all the challenges are coming from within. Because we are not accepting ourselves as the Adhyatma, therefore Adhyatmic challenges are coming. Adhyatmic challenges are those challenges which are coming between you and your essential nature. So may all these three Upashamanam, may all these three quieten down, may all these three, the Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik and Adhyatmic, may all these challenges become calm and neutralized. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Iti Srimat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Govind Bhagavan Pujyapada Shishya Srimad Acharya Shri Shankara Bhagavatah Krutau Kathopanishad Bhashye Dvitiyaadhyaye Tritiyawalli Samapta. Iti Kathopanishadi Kathopanishadi Dvitiyodhyayah Samaptah. So I conclude this Tritiya Valli of the Dvitiya Adhyaya of the Katho Upanishad and of the Bhashya, which was put together by Bhagavad Pujyapad, by the student Srimad Acharya Shankara Bhagavata Krtau. So, by the Shankaracharya. And who is he? He is the Shishya. Who is the Shishya of? He is the Shishya of Govinda Bhagavan. And who is this Govinda Bhagavan? He is Srimat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya. He is the Acharya of all the Parivrajakas. Parivrajakas are those who are continuously moving. They never stay in one place and call it their home. For them, every 3, 4, 5 days they'll keep moving, or every whatever their time was. And Govinda Padji was the Acharya of Shankaracharya, and Shankara Bhagavad Pad is the Acharya of our Sadashiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Srimad Shankaracharya is our Bhagavad Pad Guru, whose Guru is Govinda Pad. And in this way, it is important to remember where the knowledge is coming, because that Srimad Bhagavad Pad Shankaracharya himself is none other than Lord Shiva himself also. So with this, we conclude the Kathopanishad. And let's see next one when we get back from Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, then we'll look at it. Okay. May the Shruti Mata bless us all. Blessing has already been given by this last verse, but hopefully somewhere along this journey of studying the Upanishads, each one of us comes to abide in our essential nature as we are going along. That is our wish for the student as well as the teacher. Hari Om. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om, Hari Om.